Back in 1974, 75, we had not already designed all of the interface cards and the peripherals and the software that goes into the mini computers of the day, or the larger systems. And to us, it was so exciting because it was like we thought we were doing the things for the first time they'd ever been done. And it was the first time they'd ever been done that cheap using a lot of the LSI technology. And so there was a lot of just the excitement everywhere we went. It was like putting out a little table and showing off a little card that would play music on a computer or make color was the most exciting thing in the world, and we thought we were way ahead of the rest of the world. What I was doing around that time was not even thinking about what are the right steps to take to have a very large successful company or a large successful product. It was just, I had been working my whole life to build a certain type of computer for myself, and I just built the best one that was doable in that day with the particular components available, etc. And in that sense, it wasn't like an intelligence that can lead you towards the right path. It was just being very free. I had the freedom because I was only doing it for myself. It was not a company project where a manager defined what had to be done. So I was lucky to be able to do what I did. Everywhere I go now, I go to business meetings and presentations, and they're all sitting there in three-piece suits. It's a large business. There's a lot of dollars involved. The people who have come out of school trained to run and manage business is the key element today, and that's where most of the creativity is going. There's very few technically creative products in the microcomputer world.
Is a garage operation still feasible in the small computer industry today, or is that stage over?
Well, that stage is pretty much becoming over for hardware. It used to be people could quickly manufacture some simple little PC boards on a small budget, get an ad in a little hobbyist magazine and start selling a bunch of them. And so very small entrepreneurships, thousands of them sprung up, many of them centered around Apple. That was probably the biggest direction to go. Now it's pretty much that's possible for software groups to come up with a good software project, and there are avenues to find companies that will market it for you or turn it into a product if you got something good going. Perhaps once a decade, a very large market comes from zero up to billions of dollars within a few years. It's very rare that there's such a dramatic explosion out of nowhere of a new market. It may happen again in microelectronics and computers before too long. Maybe every 10 years, a new group of people come out, and they haven't been along with the Apple and the thousands of peripherals and the thousands of softwares, and they think every time they're doing it for the first time ever. They're going to get a couple of their own hobby computer magazines that are in their group. They don't come to our group. They're going to start talking and having little trade shows and showing each other projects, and they'll start new businesses of their own, and I think that's probably about to happen. It's like you go to a trade show, and they pull up in their mobile home, and it's a little garage shop, they pull it out the back, and they show it off, and you want to buy a couple? And these may be very large companies in a few years. But right now we all shun them on them. We just say, there's just a couple of guys who drove out of their home with it. That's what they said about us. Yes. You can understand it. When you're looking down at someone else, you can understand how you were perceived back in those days, and then you also realize they were right.